Young and the Restless weekly spoilers. Kyle slapped with reality check. Hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is having a nice day. Before we begin the video, please subscribe and give the video a thumbs up. Young and the Restless weekly spoilers see Kyle Abbott getting a rude awakening during the week of July 8 to 12, 2024. Meanwhile, someone's dreams come true, while another is racked with guilt on Y&R. Check out the newest spoilers for the CBS opera. Young and the Restless weekly spoilers. Kyle Abbott in over his head. This week, on Y&R, Kyle Abbott gets drunk and goes off on his dad, Jack Abbott. He winds up spilling the beans that he's running Glissade and working for the enemy. Later, his ex-wife, Summer Newman, confronts him about moving out of the Abbott mansion. Summer is furious that he didn't tell her. She had to hear it from his mother. She tells Kyle that if he thinks he's going to take their son away, he is delusional. She already wants to revisit their custody agreement on Young and the Restless. Plus, she's getting her lawyers involved. So she might try to get full custody of Harrison Locke. Of course, she is not his biological mother. She's not even his adoptive mother. The chances that she would get sole custody are slim to none. Unless she tries to prove that Kyle's unfit and Harrison is better off with her. No doubt, things are going to get ugly. Y&R weekly spoilers. Audra on cloud 9. While Kyle Abbott, Michael Mueller, is at war with his entire family, his new business partner, Audra Charles, Zuleika Silver, couldn't be happier with her new position at Glissade. But Nate Hastings, seen Dominic, thinks it's a bad idea and calls her out on it. Soon, Audra may try to push Kyle out, especially if Nate gets in her head. Meanwhile, Nick Newman, Joshua Morrow, and Phyllis Summers, Michelle Stafford, clash. They disagree on the best way to help their daughter, Summer Newman, Allison Lanier. Elsewhere, on Young and the Restless, Victor Newman, Eric Braden, antagonizes Jack Abbott, Peter Bergman. Then he tells his granddaughter, Claire Grace Howard, Haley Aaron, that Kyle is bad news. Later, Claire has a hard time with her family. Young and the Restless next week spoilers. Adam goes on a guilt trip. Meanwhile, on Y&R, Adam Newman, Mark Grossman, drowns in guilt over his role in the Hay with his ex, Chelsea Lawson, Melissa Claire Egan. No doubt, he feels horrible for stepping out on his girlfriend, Sally Spectra, Courtney Hope. And this week, Chelsea makes him feel even worse when she guilt trips him. Then, she establishes boundaries with someone, most likely Adam. No doubt, that's a good thing because it will stop them from making the same mistake again. Later, Victor assigns Adam a new task at Newman Media. Meanwhile, Sally attempts to make things right with Summer. Elsewhere, Sharon Newman's Sharon case past haunts her. Plus, Daniel Rumalotti, Michael Graziadei, makes a big decision about his life. Also, on Young and the Restless, Devin Hamilton, Brayton James, teams up with Nate against Billy Abbott, Jason Thompson. And Lily Winters, Crystal Khalil, takes a giant risk. In addition, Danny Rumalotti, Michael Damian, and Christine Blair Williams, Laura Lee Bell, surprise Tracy Abbott, Beth Maitland, in Paris. Y&R is sizzling this summer. Don't miss a minute to see if Kyle Abbott self-destructs on the CBS daytime drama. Young and the Restless weekly spoilers. Kyle slapped with reality check. Kyle Abbott has been riding high on confidence, but this week on the Young and the Restless, he faces a brutal reality check that shakes him to his core. While he's been focused on regaining control of his personal and professional life, unexpected challenges force him to reevaluate everything. Will Kyle finally wake up and take accountability for his actions, or will he continue down a self-destructive path? Kyle's arrogance backfires. Kyle has been trying to prove himself as a force to be reckoned with at Jabot, but his overconfidence is beginning to rub people the wrong way. He's convinced that he can outmaneuver everyone, but this week, his attitude leads to an unexpected confrontation with his father, Jack Abbott. Jack, ever the wise businessman, sees Kyle's recklessness as a ticking time bomb and delivers a dose of harsh truth. Jack warns Kyle that his ambition is blinding him, and if he doesn't stop trying to bulldoze his way through business decisions without thinking things through, he'll end up sabotaging himself. Kyle, however, refuses to listen, convinced that he knows best. But fate has other plans. Summer draws the line. On the personal front, Summer Newman is growing tired of Kyle's inability to see the bigger picture. Ever since their separation, Kyle has been making moves that suggest he's still not ready to grow up. Summer, who has been focused on finding stability and peace, decides it's time to set some boundaries. This week, she delivers a firm ultimatum. Either Kyle steps up and proves he's capable of being a mature, responsible co-parent to Harrison, or she'll have no choice but to take a step back and reconsider their co-parenting dynamic. Kyle is left reeling, realizing that Summer isn't playing games. Her words force him to face the uncomfortable truth: he can't keep blaming others for his problems. Audra's manipulation exposed. Meanwhile, Kyle's entanglement with Audra Charles takes an unexpected turn. Audra has been playing a dangerous game, and while Kyle initially believed he was in control, he quickly learns that he's been nothing more than a pawn in her schemes. When a shocking piece of information about Audra's business dealings comes to light, Kyle realizes that trusting her was a grave mistake. Davin Hamilton and Nate Hastings, who have been keeping a close eye on Audra, uncover her latest deception and waste no time warning Kyle. At first, he resists their warnings, but when undeniable evidence surfaces, he is forced to admit that he has been played. The realization stings, but more than that, it humbles him. He's no longer the puppet master, he's the one being manipulated, and the consequences could be devastating for his future at Jibot. Diane steps in. Diane Jenkins, who has always been fiercely protective of her son, notices Kyle's downward spiral and decides to intervene. She reminds him that while ambition is good, unchecked arrogance is dangerous. In a rare moment of vulnerability, Kyle opens up about his frustrations and feelings of betrayal. Diane doesn't sugarcoat the situation. She tells Kyle that he needs to take responsibility for his choices and stop blaming others when things don't go his way. Her words strike a chord, leaving Kyle wondering if he's been pushing away the people who truly care about him. Kyle's moment of reckoning. As the week comes to a close, Kyle finds himself at a crossroads. His strained relationships, his poor business decisions, and his inability to see through Audra's schemes have all culminated into one harsh truth: he's been his own worst enemy. Determined to turn things around, Kyle makes a bold move. Whether it's an apology to Summer, a genuine effort to listen to Jack, or a strategic play to regain control of his career, one thing is certain: this reality check has changed him. But is it too late? Stay tuned to The Young and the Restless to see if Kyle can redeem himself or if he's doomed to repeat his mistakes.